Luisa Spagnoli, 19th century Italy's visionary woman, an intriguing mix of feminine skills and vocational drive. She remains the prime inspiration behind a company that is still synonymous with timeless elegance. Luisa Spagnoli. Her genius-like inspiration was rooted in a passion. In 1928, she started breeding Angora rabbits in the Santa Lucia villa. This was not because she admired their beautiful appearance, but because she wanted to experiment with new techniques involving the collection and spinning of their soft fur. The Santa Lucia villa very quickly came to resemble a small laboratory as 6 or 7 workers from the Perugina company went about creating their first products. But let's go back a few years and see what the connection was between Luisa Spagnoli and Perugina. Provincial Italy of the time was set in its ways and would frown readily at the unconventional. But Luisa Spagnoli refused to be conditioned by such rigidity and the fact that she was a woman. Together with her husband, Annibale Spagnoli, she took over a small grocery store at the beginning of the 1900s. In 1907, the Spagnolis and other partners, including Francesco Buitoni, set up the Società Perugina per la Produzione di Confetti, a sugar almond manufacturer. On to 1922, and Luisa Spagnoli invents the Bacio Perugina, a chocolate that would become famous the world over. And just a year later, in 1923, Luisa became the first female manager at the top when she joined the board of directors of Perugina. There she was, a woman in Perugia, in the 20s, in a small rural town with a 40% illiteracy rate, in a society where women were, at best, second best. Free, charismatic, and always forward-looking. A woman at the helm of Perugina. Luisa and Mario succeed in combining their past experience with innovative ideas. In 1937, 2 years after the death of Luisa Spagnoli, the company Luisa Spagnoli S.r.l. was established, with Mario Spagnoli at its head. It was thanks to Mario that the Angora wool of Luisa Spagnoli became an important industrial reality, specialized in high-quality female clothing, haute couture at prices which were accessible to everyone. Always an inventive character, Mario came up with the idea of distributing a semi-mechanical spinning wheel and some rabbits to homes in the area. In this way, local tradeswomen would be able to collect the Angora wool at home, earning 550 lira a kilo plus a free gift. My mother wanted to probe what the future had to hold and assess the importance of her hard-won efforts by presenting the first Angora wool garments in some of the most prestigious stores in Italy and abroad. And with that initial testing of the water, the battle could safely be said to have been won. By 1943, Angora Luisa Spagnoli was widely recognized to be the largest Angora wool industry in Europe. Mario now turned his attention abroad, Europe, North America, and Australia. Mario set up a self-sufficient community, complete with housing, food, services, and assistance for employees. A city within a city. The city of Angora. 1960. The new CEO of Luisa Spagnoli is Lino Spagnoli, a confident decision-maker, well-versed in the rationale underlying company management. Lino sets up a number of satellite artisan firms run by in-house personnel, blessed with know-how and high-tech savvy. Under Lino, the company's productive capacity is decentralized and its widespread retail distribution network is strengthened. The network of direct outlets becomes ever more extensive. This bold man, more proud than cocky, and whose chin was framed by a futuristic-looking goatee, succeeded in transforming the small Luisa Spagnoli laboratory into a complex organization acutely alert to the requirements of production, strategy, marketing, and finance. The history of entrepreneurship up until the 1950s was only rarely a family story. It is the story of a family that we are narrating. Each single person from each of the 4 generations is steeped in the history. A history that is bound up with the land. A genuine history. A history of family and belonging. A fond history that is more than skin deep. A history whose essence can be likened to the scent of the body, a body you fall in love with, and a scent whose persuasiveness is so powerful that it is timeless. Timeless. Forever present. Only that which is done well remains forever, that which takes its cue from tradition and from the emotional investment made in even the smallest of things. Nicoletta Spagnoli has understood this intuitively ever since the day she first graced the confines of the creative division of the Luisa Spagnoli fashion house. After obtaining a degree in pharmacy at the University of Perugia, Nicoletta Spagnoli did a masterclass at the University of San Diego and at the age of 27 started work in the family business. Initially she worked as a stylist, but in 1986 she became the company's CEO, following the sudden death of her father. It was far from being an easy task. Nicoletta had to manage all company divisions, and some of these functions were unknown to her. She was aware that much more than simply a brand was at stake. This was also about the legacy of the human heart. Nicoletta has a mantra: to take every decision as though it was what my father would have done. Only in this way can she look to the future without forgetting what was past. Nicoletta wished to innovate without losing the sense of identity, the sense of belonging, the family values of Luisa Spagnoli. She dedicated her efforts to conquering a new customer base. Young, sophisticated women who were attentive when it came to fashion and high quality. With this in mind, she adopted a strategy of stylistic transformation. In the meantime, she dedicated herself to strengthening the direct management sales network that allowed the company to respond promptly to customer demand. Store layout was also improved in the drive to ensure the company kept up with the latest trends. Nicoletta understood that to improve sales, it was necessary to offer captivating clothes with high added value in order to hit the right emotional spot. Buying was not just a practical matter, but a question of feeling. A woman wants to dress her soul, and she needs to be reassured that her choices are the right ones, because she knows that her purchases are not simply ephemeral, but something that belongs to her intimately, a part of what she is. She wants to be alive in all senses of the word, and it was for this reason that Nicoletta created the Luisa Spagnoli Total Look. Garments, bags, jewelry, scarves and perfume. The Luisa perfume, the first fragrance created by the Maison in 2013. Intensely feminine, it tells the tale of a woman who is head, heart and solidity. A woman who is the essence of herself. Nicoletta's journey takes her even further, beyond national borders. Luisa Spagnoli, which was already a reality in 50 countries, moves beyond the visible horizon, further and further away. The strong point of this family, which is also an entrepreneurial strength, lies in its dedication to one single solid benchmark. The production not of goods, but of meanings, values, expectations, identity. Creating a symbolic feeling, not just a mere item of clothing. There is emotion inside every garment, and the wearer never feels out of place. Remaining in tune with the times, but maintaining intact the elegant legacy of the past. A timeless elegance. Such is the spell that Nicoletta casts when, day after day, she sets out to enchant her customers. And such is the way she determines the present and the future of her company.